Alright, good evening, travelers and adventurers. Welcome to tonight's episode of Roll for Your Lives. I am your host and DM, and as always, I'm joined by our players. How's everyone doing tonight?
Woo! Hello, doing well.
Hello.
Good.
Good?
That was unanimous good, I think. All right.
Wow, unanimous good.
Let me do a quick little sound check.
For the
I just
greater
said hello.
Oh, no!
Not
We are a
unanimous
force
good.
for hello and good.
No.
Oh no.
You must also be doing good.
All right,
Doing
can attest that
well.
we're checked out.
I didn't even say anything, but
Damn it, don't ruin this.
Well, are you good or not?
I hope so.
Sure thing.
yeah.
I'm good. Yeah.
I somehow don't believe you.
Audio seems good, by the way.
Okay, cool. So, guys, Derek. What did you just do?
Okay, I guess the people have spoken.
Oh my god, he let himself give himself a shot?
Oh.
So before I could even announce what our new redeem was, our own Audrin has given himself the redeem to take a shot. So he's gonna go get himself one real. Do you already have one?
I just downed my drink.
Oh,
That's
Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
no, I'm feeling good.
Welcome everyone to the episode. So, small talk, how's everyone doing? What's new? What's going on?
Building machines.
Ooh, what kind of machines?
Things that spin very fast.
Oh.
A centrifuge?
Yes.
Oh, very cool.
What happens if a human goes in a centrifuge?
That's like that NASA thing for breaking atmosphere. For space flights, isn't it? Isn't that similar?
What happens if a human goes in your centrifuge?
Oh.
They will be separated based on density.
Oh.
What does this sound like?
Can I go in?
That would be. I'm not sure.
Why does this sound
That
vaguely
would be, I'm
dirty?
not sure.
Why does this sound vaguely dirty? What happens if a human goes in your centrifuge? They get separated by density. Oh yeah, party
Yeah,
time.
you know.
What I'm trying to say is thick thighs save lives.
Mhm.
Whoa.
That's
Oh
right.
my
Good to hear
goodness.
Amen.
I
brother.
co-sign this.
So, over the past week or so, I've been trying really hard to cut my caffeine. And I gotta tell you, this has been really fucking rough.
Oh.
Damn.
I feel that.
Yeah, I'm a part of that caffeine cleanse, and I had my first cup of coffee. I've been allowing myself one a week, and my one on Sunday made me feel like I died and was reborn 3 days later. That shit fucking was like jet fuel.
See, you're doing much better than me. I'm just allowing myself like a half cup in the morning. But oh my god, when the mid-afternoon sleepies hit, it's game over.
My heartbeat
3:30
was doing
sleepies.
Yeah, the 2:30 sleepies.
I tried to do a caffeine cleanse, and now I'm up to drinking more caffeine than I was before I started the cleanse.
Okay,
No.
I
Caffeine withdrawals.
here's the thing. I know you, so how much caffeine are you drinking?
Well, I wake up at 4:30 a.m., have like 2 or 3 cups, get ready for work, have another cup or 2 before I leave for work, fill up my travel mug, drink that on the way to work, stop at Dunkin' Donuts, get an extra large coffee there, and then I
I
start.
know you're making this up. You do not have 8 coffees before you get to work.
No, you know what? I believe him.
8 coffees? Well, then how
Do you
are you
not-
alive?
Do you
Do you
remember in
not
college when he would down like 2 coffee pots worth of coffee?
No, that's not true. It was 2 coffee pots and Baileys.
Do you
Yeah.
not remember when I was just drinking straight pots of espresso?
I do remember that.
Did you know that
was a good
espresso
time.
has less caffeine than a cup of coffee?
I know, fun fact.
But
I
if it's a
didn't
coffee
know.
pot full of espresso, it is still
Well,
technically.
that's a whole nother story, but
It also depends on how it's prepared too, and like the roast of the beans,
it's
The
true.
lower the heat, the more caffeine.
and
Yeah, I
how
got a
finely.
fresh pot of coffee.
The biggest effect is how finely ground they are, because the finer the grind is, the easier it is to get the caffeine to release.
This is also true.
All right.
Fun
Good
facts
lord,
from the
Andrew.
previous baristas. Okay. So I have a couple announcements to make before we get started. I forgot to announce this at the end of stream last time, and that's completely my bad, but the party has done so well, I've decided to give them a milestone. They are now level 4.
Yeah.
Everyone here is
This is
level 4 now. This is very fun. Also, we've been messing around with a new mod for Tailspire that came out for character sheets. I'll pop mine open so you can see it here, but this is what it looks like. Mine's not filled
Yeah.
out because I'm not a player. But hopefully this will make rolling a lot more easy to keep track of and easier for everyone. So that's kind of cool.
That's been a long time coming, frankly.
Yeah, seriously though.
Mhm.
And to recap, at the end of last session, for player inspiration, it was given to our own Alvara. Congratulations, Alvara.
Thank you.
Grats.
Congrats. And then for
Congratulations.
community inspiration, we had a poll, as we do every week, over on the Discord for community inspiration. And this week's winner for community is Humi.
Ooh, I honestly
Yay,
did
way to
not
go.
know. Hell yeah.
Congratulations, Humi. You have inspiration for this session.
Thank you,
yeah.
people. They love me.
And if you want to be able to participate in the community as well, I'm going to just pop a little, I spelled it wrong, hold on. Boom. There's the Discord server with a new link that should be working correctly because I was told last time that it had expired. Hopefully that one is valid. If it's not,
Humi.
I'm going to, I don't know.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I don't know.
Humi, I dare
Yes.
you to use your inspiration to intimidate a door.
Hmm.
I think that will work out
Can
great.
I
intimidate very
adore that idea.
Ah!
Oh, come on, y'all. Alright. That being said, are you ready to get started?
Sure.
Am I ever?
Alright. Let's have a recap, shall we?
From our very own.
Yep. Alright, so session 5. The party returned to Cliff Harbor Abbey, handing the recovered ledger to Arania and reuniting an unconscious Turo with her older sister. Interestingly, some members of the group seem to notice Arania's greater fascination with the return of the ledger over the return of Turo. Fueled by this apprehension towards their otherwise gracious host, the night continued, as Audrin and Numbers read a nursery rhyme about a spider, a now recurring image for the party. Pumi engaged in a tarot reading with parental spirits, which seemed to indicate tragedy had befallen a child in the past at the chapel, and Alvara, Balana, and Mina collectively uncovered the truth behind the recovered magical items and the previously illegible pale red book, which was revealed to be a diary in Draconic belonging to one by the name of Aldroch Ulamorn. That outlined pirating adventures and exploits. At night, Alvara heard a chilling cackle within her trance, but the party stirred to the more gentle news of Turo being awake again. As the party seemingly became a bit more comfortable with each other and shared their discoveries over breakfast, they were tasked by Arania to deliver letters to Nothome, a large town nearby, and were arriving right on the eve of the night of the Harvest Gala. And that's where we left off.
I'm
Alright.
snapping for you.
Snaps, snaps.
Big
Alright.
city, here I come.
So, the scene setting in. The party has just arrived to the outskirts of Nothome, with the sweet scent of spices lingering in the air as they draw near. The sun starting to set over the forest top of the trees. Floor is yours.
All right.
You had just had a
All
brief
right.
encounter with a passing towns guard, who gave you group the strangest of looks.
What a racist. So,
Wow. Just going
so
right for that.
Alvara's gonna actually turn back to the town guard really quick and ask him, "Excuse me, can you please direct me to the town hall, if you will?"
You're looking for town hall?
Yes.
And he looks you up and down a little bit. He's kind of looking at you kind of strange. He
Alvara's
he kind of
staring.
gestures with his spear towards it and goes, "You just go down right towards the center. Who is it specifically you're looking for?"
That's it. Thanks.
Oh,
Walk away.
right.
I don't want to
Okay.
deal with this asshole longer than I have to. So Alvara's gonna start heading in that direction then. Kind of just not saying anything to anyone else.
Towards
Now,
the
what
bridge.
is the mission you have?
I have to deliver. Well, we have to deliver, but I have them on my person. 2 letters to both the mayor and the town priest of Not Home in preparation of the Harvest Festival, according to Arania.
Okay, so what would you guys like to do?
All right.
So,
Well, moving the group down the path, I'm seeing this structure here with spikes around it and such. I'm wondering if this is like a gated entry to the town, or if anyone is here like guarding the town.
You can tell just by looking at it, this appears to be a type of guards post set outside of town. Not uncommon for towns, however, you might not know this.
Who me is going to put up a hood that no one really noticed they had.
Okay. Okay. I think I speak for everyone when I say that we kind of make our way into town.
Mina, are
Slow
you moving along
pace.
as well? Mina?
Yes.
There you are.
Mina is going to follow.
Is it okay if I roll perception just to see who I can see, what I can see, kind of make out the rough impressions of the culture of this town, the people of this town, what I can expect?
Sure.
May I before that, I apologize. May I call out Humi?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can.
The you put on a hood and now you are a kindly old woman with a basket of apples. Is that what's going on here, or are those red peppers?
Yes, my dear. Do you want one?
Uh, thank you. And I accept it. Well, is it a apple or is it a red pepper?
It is not anything at all. It is quite literally an illusionary spell that dissipates as you try grabbing it.
Oh,
So Audrey kind of slows his pace to kind of like sidle alongside Humi. He puts a hand on his shoulder while he is this like lady, and he says, "Listen here, Mr. Circus. I appreciate your tricks probably more than the next guy, but now that we're around people, you should probably be keeping an eye on how frequently you're doing that. People tend to notice these things. You know what I mean?"
Oh, do you think it's my first time in the rodeo, sailor boy? Don't
I
worry.
all right then. You know what? Okay.
Wow,
I'll
he
take
was a
that. I'll
sailor
take
boy. She said
I
see you
know.
later boy.
I was like, Sailor Boy, tell him.
I'm working on a game console right now.
Mina,
hey, yeah, go ahead.
Mina, seeing that the apples are just illusionary and that a certain friend might be unsatisfied with an illusionary apple, Mina's gonna fly over to you and offer you some of the berries that they picked.
Ah, thank you, Mina. That was a long journey to get to Notholm here.
Okay.
Is it okay if I
Oh
roll
yeah,
that
you needed to
perception
roll
I was-
perception. Go for it.
I was
Yeah, I'm looking for like a rough impressions of the culture.
Oh, do you
want
want to test out the character sheet perception?
You're
that what
right.
you're doing?
Okay,
Yeah.
I already have a die in my hand,
Here,
so
just
let
drop
me
it, just drop it.
ignore that one. Thank God.
A
we're
good one
ignoring
to ignore.
Dropped it right in the river.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
The dinosaur
Perception, which is quite good, by the way. Here we go.
Try your character
Oh,
sheet.
that's
I
the
was-
ticket. Come on now. Here we go. Oh,
Oh,
baby.
look how well
Nice.
that worked too.
Nice.
Oh, this
Yes.
is so much better.
yeah, this is a big quality of life improvement.
Okay, so with a 24, as you stroll into town, you see all around you, besides the typical signs of the seasons changing, you see the leaves turning from their bright green to subtle dull oranges. You see the streets lined with little wooden houses that are adorned with all types of decoration to welcome the harvest season, such as pumpkins, little wreaths made of dried leaves. There's lanterns flickering with warm golden light casting around as the sun is starting to set. You see some chickens and some traveling tents over to the right of you, as if people coming to celebrate this event have already started to make their way to town. And ahead of you, you see the town, while it's starting to quiet down, you can hear bustling coming from the building ahead of you,
Can I?
Which one? To the left or to the right?
to the right.
Okay.
Can I
With-
also
yeah.
roll perception, but I'm gonna look for more specifically if I can discern if any of these buildings here are either a church or a town hall.
Okay.
I do not.
This is an
I'm
unknown town to you. Unfortunately, you don't quite have the layout of the land just yet. It's a little unfamiliar.
would you say we're like further ahead at this point, like towards the building?
Yeah, y'all can keep walking if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take
And-
woo me with the leisurely pace. I love it.
I'm gonna try to keep an eye out for any signs or any guards maybe.
Well, what does this sign say right next to us?
My man's
This
taking a
sign
stroll.
right next to you. One moment. It says the Curled Horn Inn.
Whomie sees a little donkey, and he's gonna go up to them.
Oh, look at you.
Audrin is going to keep a close eye on him and say, please, please do not turn into the frickin' donkey.
Why, hello there. Are you friendly? He's going. They're going to open up their hand to them.
Okay, can you roll animal handling for me? The donkey's just kind of parked where he is over at this little tie post, and he turns its head to you.
Are they going to offer them a fake
Oh, I don't think it's friendly.
You try to reach your hand out, and it lets out a wee snaw.
Please.
Please stop.
I really like
I am not about to imitate a donkey on stream. It's gonna blow the fucking audio.
Okay, Whomie is going to return.
Speaking of which, I haven't cracked my beverage yet. We ready for
Oh,
the
want an
Oh,
ASMR?
ASMR.
No, no.
All right, here's the crisp opening,
Pick my head
Ooh.
up.
Oh, that's just wonderful. We love that.
and then we got a little bit of this action.
Oh. Oh.
Right,
I'm at least 90. Oh, oh my god. I'm
Alright.
at least 95% sure that he took a sip.
Numbers with the sip.
Jonathan sips over here.
Can you repeat the name of that inn? Would you kindly?
The Curled Horn Inn.
The
And that's on
Curled
over to the
Horn
right?
Inn.
That is directly to the right. To the right.
No,
Does
to
it
the
look
left.
like a pleasant inn to stay at?
You hear town bustling coming from inside of it, as if it's a lively evening.
Okay, and it's we are around dusky time, right?
It's
So
around
the
dusky
partic-
time. You can smell the smoky air of nice cooked foods coming from
like
within.
5, 6 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah, about. It's not
Okay.
like it's not like actually like about to be nighttime just yet, but it's getting there.
All right. All right. So Audrey's going to turn to his group of friends, flick his head towards the building, and he says, "Well, this looks like as good of a start as any. You know what I mean? So we can mosey on in if you like."
Well, alrighty then. Let's get on to moseying.
You're
I'm
fucking
like
killing me.
truly, I am not. I am not going to get used to that one. I'm just going to let you know.
Oh, don't worry, you strong young man.
Okay. Okay. You've earned a few points. And he's going to go in.
All right, y'all want to go into the tavern?
Alvaro
Yeah.
will not be indulgent.
Mina
He's
will
on
follow.
a mission.
We gotta set up accommodations.
Okay, so you open the
I'm
door.
going to note Alvara leaving the party.
Okay.
But Lana is gonna go with Alvara, just so she's not alone, because she doesn't entirely trust everyone, so she wants to see, what she's gonna do on her journey.
Are you sneaking behind, or are you just?
You're just straight
Tagging
up
No,
coming with
along.
me.
she's gonna call out to her and say, "Here, I'll come with you, so you're not traveling alone." And she will follow her.
And what does Alvara have to say?
Nothing. She'll just keep going. Doesn't mind either way.
Do you guys mind if I
and
join you?
Aw,
Sure.
Mina.
Lana will
Party
first say in
split.
response
Party
to,
split.
oh yeah.
Okay, so in that
Notable.
case, we will split between two groups. We'll start with the tavern group, and then we'll move to the Alvara group. So,
Oh, boy.
the Alvara group. I don't know what to call it. The mission group?
The letter group.
The letter group?
Team A.
Gold team rules! That's what's happening right now. Okay, so you enter the tavern, and as you do, a fresh smell of cooked delights hits you all as you enter in. There's laughter to be heard in the air as the bar seems to be pretty... It's not like poppin', but it's like busy enough to keep everyone a bit occupied. And let me set the atmosphere here. Over
I'm really
here.
mad if there's a hot person in this bar that I miss.
Here we go. And there's that. And I want to add, there's so much stuff always to do. It's a good Bardic Jam. What do y'all feel about Bardic Jam?
Let's
I'm
hit it.
on board with Bardic Jam. Come on now.
Bardic Jam. Is that made from real bards, or do they use high fructose corn
Do they
syrup?
also have Bardic peanut butter? I mean,
There you go. That's something. Bardic Jam, everyone.
whoa!
Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Alright, what do you guys do?
All right.
Umi is going to look around the tavern. Tell me, what do I see? I'm going to roll perception.
Anyone is welcome to roll perception right now.
I'm gonna do the same.
I'd like to use my passive perception of 18.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Umi, I am so sorry.
The hood is too big. It covers my eyes.
You haven't been in this form in a while. It's a little hard to manage.
Darn it. Well, that's not that bad.
Okay,
I'm just
so
trying to get the lay of the land of the kind of people that are here, what I can expect, who I need to be wary of.
alright, so as you look around, there's a few tables that are full of people that are eating and drinking. There's a mix of all kinds of people around where you can tell if some are just regular townsfolk. There seems to be some merchants hanging around, maybe some town's guard hanging about the tavern, all enjoying their meals and their drinks as they laugh and chat together. At the bar, you see two purple tieflings that seem to be serving food between everyone as their horns jingle with golden jewelry and their long tails.
Wow.
But aside from that, I don't recognize anyone. Is that correct?
You don't recognize anyone.
All
And
right. So
numbers, you see one person alone, kind of over in the far off table.
May I ask, DM, if anyone's eyes were cast upon our party as we entered?
A couple townsfolk gave you guys a glance, but they didn't really give it a second thought. As this is about to be the start of a festival in town, there's going to be new faces that they don't recognize. But there are eyes on you coming from the person in the corner.
Is it this individual with the bow and arrow?
With the green cloak, yes.
Yeah.
The two tieflings seem to be a little busy at the bar as they prepare drinks. There's one male, one female. They both each have long black hair. The male is a little bit with stronger build. He's got broad shoulders and a smaller waist. The female, she is quite luscious.
Oh my.
As she seems to be running around bringing things to tables while the male tiefling is attending the bar itself.
Who me is go
She
up
does
to
not
the
have
bar.
wings. Ignore that many. Tailspire only has so many options. Oh, Humi.
damn it, we can't sit next to each other. I'm afraid.
This old ass woman with the apples and a
So you all crowd around the people that are currently at the bar.
That's right.
There's one
Jeez.
person
Scoot
sitting.
over.
There is an older, not an older, but there is. I don't know what the proper word is here. It's not older, but I don't want to say older as in an old fuck, but this is an older elven man with kind of his head in his hands as he's sipping on a drink and stirring around a little bowl of stew.
The guy
bar.
that's behind numbers, or the guy that's to the right of me?
The guy that's behind numbers.
Good to know. Okay.
So you approach the bar, everyone, is that correct?
Yes.
As
Who
you do...
means-
No, go ahead.
Humi is going to turn to the patron that's next to them and say, "I'm so sorry, dearie, but can I sit next to my grandson?"
The guy, he kind of looks up from his soup as if he had just been disrupted from thought. And he looks to you and gives you a gentle smile and says, "Oh, your grandson?" And he kind of looks around, not even noticing people had started gathering around him. And he says, "Oh, my apologies, absolute." And he sits up and he scoots down one and trades seats with you.
Thank you so much, dearie.
Here, we'll swap spots. As you guys approach the bar, the female tiefling gives you a big smile as she's running back and forth between tables, but the male tiefling kind of opens his arms wide, and with a hearty laugh he goes, "Welcome everyone, welcome to the Curled Horn Inn. How can I help you fine folk this evening?"
Alright, let me take this one, guys. Audrin's gonna pull out a gold coin, hold it in the air, like he's got just the nicest chicken tenders, and then he's gonna place it on the ground, not on the ground, on the counter. He's gonna say, that's right, on the ground. And he's gonna say, "I'll be looking for a tankard for all of my friends here, and my new friends to the right and left of me." And he points to the old man to his right, and the one that just shifted seats for Humi.
The tiefling kind of nods, and he goes, yes, of course, but what kind of ale can I be getting for you tonight? Are you familiar with our menu?"
Audrin shakes his head, but he says, "You look like a man with taste. I'll go with every year's favorite."
He gives you a big smile, and he says, well, in that case, my favorite would be the house ale."
Alright, I mean, that stands to reason. Go ahead, then.
Alright, so he begins serving up 5 tankards of ale. So, hold on. Boop.
There's already some here. So.
Well, you don't know who was sitting here or not before you walked up, now do you?
Fair enough.
And to this, the elven man that traded seats, he gives you a nod and says, "I appreciate your generosity this evening. Thank you very much."
I'm just gonna give him a little tilt of his head.
And the older gentleman that's next to you is kind of drunk off his ass already, so he just happily accepts it.
Cool.
So he returns and he serves you all each a tankard of ale.
It's all about the first impressions.
Do you
Thank
indulge?
you, sweetie.
Anything for you, my kind miss. And he gives you a wink and a smile.
Ooh.
And what about you, lad? What do you think about this fine ale? And he's pointing to you numbers.
Now sit up straight. Come on, answer the lad.
Numbers?
Sorry about that.
What do you think of the ale, my boy?
It's delicious.
It's a delicious taste sensation.
So the house ale...
It's my first.
Your first? What do you mean by that?
It's his birthday, don't you know?
Oh,
First
it's your
that-
birthday! Well, this requires a
It's an establishment.
celebration! And he claps his hands together, and the other tiefling, she kind of perks up and goes, "Oh, right away, dear," and then she runs off to the back. Holy shit, what'd I just do with her mini? Hold on.
Probably on the roof.
Let me mark myself
There we
down
go.
in gold.
Okay, so, if you drink this ale, it's the house brewed ale as he had described to you. It is a light brown ale, and if you drink it, it has a pleasantly bitter light ale taste with a slight bitter finish.
Alright. I'll take it. You know what? I'm gonna down that shit. I'm just gonna down that shit immediately. On a
Alright.
long road.
He chuckles at this and goes, "Well, my friend, you should save this kind of aptitude for the drinking contest that's going to be happening during the gala."
Drinking contest? Tell me more.
Well, it's the drinking contest. We hold it every night of Harvest Gala.
You hold it
Every night.
every night?
Every night of Harvest Gala.
Well, then you can expect me every night.
Of
How
Harvest
long
Gala.
is the Harvest Gala? 5 days?
The Harvest Gala ranges between 3 or 4 days. Everyone's got things to go about with their lives. We tried to keep it short because the seasons roll quite quick, as you know.
Hmm. Of course,
Alright.
as I know.
Tell me, what are your names, travelers? I don't recognize you around our sweet hometown of Nothholm.
Well, my name is Granny Apples.
Granny Apples. Your name is Granny Apples. You're an old woman with apples, and your name is Granny Apples. Okay.
Yes, if you want, I will roll persuasion.
Yeah, you know what?
Or
Roll-
deception, yeah?
Roll deception on that.
All
Your
right.
name is not Granny Apples.
You come in walking around with apples, and you want people to believe your name is.
Come into my
Yes.
tavern, you tell the truth.
With a 19, what does it say?
Granny fucking Apple.
He nods to you with a jingle of the jewelry on his horns, and he goes, "A pleasure to meet you, Miss Granny Apples. I see you have the apples."
Oh my
Yes,
god.
I'm saving them for the harvest.
I'm going to answer the bartender by showing my shoulder plate, saying this is my signifier, but my comrades here have taken to referring to me as numbers, so you may as well.
Ah, dear Numbers, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, and you as well.
Audrin lifts his now empty tankard to this Italian tiefling.
Is
And
that
says,
the voice I'm doing? 'Cause I don't know what the fuck's happening anymore.
We'll take it. And he says, "Oh, you can call me Audrin if it suits you."
And just for everyone's interest, I put a picture of him up in the NPCs tab of the Discord server. So
You have a
anyone in the
picture of
Discord, you want to see an illustration of this tiefling? He is right there. I did not get around to drawing his sister yet.
I
I'm so
like his
sorry.
Orange
Artwork, you
jewelry.
said?
Yeah, it's in the NPCs tab of our World of Ashana group
On Discord.
on Discord.
I regret not going
I
in
see
the
NPCs.
bar. I didn't know he would be there, and I wanted to try and,
Oh, handsome.
He's here.
you know.
I
I
You wanted
know.
to- what did you want to do to him?
Don't worry about it. I wanted to see how far I
We'll
could
get
get.
to that. We will get to that.
Easy. There's plenty of time for mischief and whatnot. But there he is. If you want an illustration of him.
I remember him with illustration, but
Hey, I know you. You're Ramadan Steve.
as soon as you
Double
said two
Steve.
purple tieflings, I'm like, okay, these are
It's them. They are the curl.
Discord
This is the curled
mascots.
hornet. They are our Discord mascots.
In my head, I went, damn it! As soon as I heard that, I was like,
You know
"Fuck, I
just
made
where to
more."
find him now.
And next to you, is still the older elven gentleman, and he has gone back to his contemplative state as he stirs over his soup. But the bartender kind of gestures to you all and gives you all a gracious bow, and he goes, "I am Malimenos, and I run this here tavern with my sister, Miss Dani."
Oh, how sweet. A family store.
Yes, indeed, we are
restaurant.
twins, in fact.
Aw.
Well, twins enough. We were born at the same time, but obvious differences. So, can I be
well,
getting you anything to eat this evening? Any other beverages of your choice?
Just the tea, please. Meaning, what's the latest around town?
Oh, you want the inside the scoop, as they say.
That's right.
The inside the scoop. I love that.
Inside the scoop.
I love that so much.
You still, actually, can any of, do any of you want to roll a perception check real quick?
Sure.
Sure.
I'll do it.
I'll use my passive perception of 18.
Yes, sir. Oh, who me?
It's slowly
It's
getting
one
better.
better than last time.
23, baby.
Okay.
Mhm.
Audrin, you notice that you are still being looked at while under a hood by the figure in the far corner of the tavern.
I'm
And they
pretty
kind of
confident
seem as
that
if they're
Strider-
trying to listen to what you're talking about.
Oh. Should I?
Do I
introduce
do I
myself
know
as
this, or
Thunder?
am I just eager for the tea?
You are eager for the tea, my friend.
Got it.
Well, I can surely tell you about the town happenings if you're unfamiliar with this noble homestead of ours.
Indeed. If you could tell more about this harvest festival as well.
Well,
What
you
kind of
s-
folks are attracted to such a festival?
all kinds of folks from all over. We've got people adventuring over from Hellscenes, from Emerus. We've got people coming down from Upper Decaria, such as Balverden, to celebrate. It's a wonderful time of year, really. We hold all kinds of events here in town. There's people that do magic contests. There's drinking competitions, as I mentioned before. There's lots of celebration for our local patrons and gods.
Hmm.
There's also lots of exquisite vendors that come by during this time.
I note that, and I after she says that tea, I say, interesting, and I turn to Audrin and Humi, and I gather them in a small huddle, and I go, team, there is a magic contest approaching. We may be able to find powerful wizards there who might know a thing or two about what is going on with this reanimation business.
Oh, that's a swell idea, sweetie.
Audrey's kind of going to lean over a little bit and as subtly as he can, going to go like, meaning no offense to you, my friend, but there's any powerful wizards about, I don't think they'd be doing a lot of dealings with people like us.
Why not?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, and he just kind of gestures roughly around the tavern. He says, we should be a little mindful of the kind of impressions we're given.
Okay, fine. If you're so worried about first impressions, I'll introduce you to the maiden.
May I also ask DM, after Audrin says that about the impressions we're making, can I glance around the room and see if we are making any impressions on anyone?
You can, and using your passive perception of 18, you notice there's not really a lot of people paying attention to you. It kind of seems like the town is pretty comfortable with travelers coming and going from this particular area. You're not really standing out like a sore thumb, at least this particular group of people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because
That's
all
true.
the
Yeah,
Feywild
we-
creatures are not with you right now.
If you think about it, we have 2 human passing and then 1 grandma.
Grandma.
I guess 3
That's a
human
human passing.
Exactly. But
Do they see armor like ours around? Do I
you
notice
see
anyone
some
else
people
with
that
cool
look like
armor?
they could be a little skilled with a blade, but nothing quite to the level of what you guys are at. These are just typical, like, town guardsmen and maybe some huntsmen. But you
Who's
do
that man
see a
holding?
variety
A
of...
rabbit?
The what?
That man is holding a rabbit
Where?
across the room.
Who's holding a rabbit? Oh! Well, I didn't even... Oh my, I didn't even notice that. As a rabbit myself, that is quite upsetting.
Oh, that's offensive to our dear Winnie.
That is offensive to the DM. But as you look around, you kind of see a variety of people. This is quite the diverse town. You see a mix of humans, some elves, there are some half-elves, some dwarves, some gnomes.
Hmm.
And as you look
So-
around, Malimenos keeps talking and he says, oh, and I almost forgot to mention, if you are lucky, you might even receive a good fortune from the tellers that come by.
Hmm.
Oh, I love a good fortune teller. Can't we go?
You won't want to miss the psychics, I am sure.
So, Audrin's going to kind of flash another gold coin between his fingers real quick and kind of beckon the tiefling to come a little bit closer to him.
He kind of points to himself like, me?
That's cute. Audrin nods and then gestures with his head a little bit, trying to be as subtle as he can.
He tries to quietly walk over with his hooved feet as they kind of
Clip,
clop
clop,
along
clip,
the
clop.
wood, and going clip, 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 clop, clop.
Very subtle.
And he walks
Audrin
over to
kinda-
you and goes, yes, my friend.
Audrin kind of like puts the coin on the table and then slides it along the wood towards the this tiefling, and he says, "Listen, I don't mean to be causing any trouble, but that lad there in the corner, you got a name for him?"
And which lad in the corner?
Audrin kind of like turns his head, looks towards the guy that's been kind of gesturing towards him, and then looks back at the tiefling. He's trying to be subtle, but this guy's making it difficult.
He's looking at you like he's never seen a person in his life before. He's kind of got a glazed over look.
Oh,
Okay, so-
sweetie, let me help. And
So-
old granny's go walk over in between the two of you, make sure her face is in between both your shoulders, and then shift into his face.
Oh my
you-
god, are you serious?
Dude!
Yes. And then
Oh,
I'm going to shift back
no.
into Granny Apples.
Minos is gonna kind of jump back and go, my stars and garters, what is that you just did with your face?
Yeah, that's it takes a little bit to get used to, lad, I have to tell you. But if you could just tell us who that man in the corner is, and then he just kind of like straight up points
You're
at
just
him.
going to pretend like that didn't just happen from Grandma.
It's a condition. Can I roll for that?
Yes, you can roll deception.
Okay. I get to use my
And
new.
anyone who wants to help him can.
I'm gonna help him with deception because my deception's quite good.
I'm going to watch and be shit
There it is.
Using the fancy new character sheet.
Oh
Oh,
my
God!
god!
But Audrin is helping me, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that means you get advantage. That was your advantage. I don't get the roll
No,
for myself.
no, it wasn't. I didn't
He only
roll.
rolled
That was my
once.
first roll.
Oh, okay. Then Audrey's gonna pipe up and say,
No, yeah. Isn't it an advantage?
Yeah, it's
Do
advantage,
I
so you roll
it, or
again.
I roll again.
Did I do it?
Hey,
Oh,
You have
shit.
a -1 to deception?
Yeah. Does she buy that it's a condition?
Yeah. So he kind of looks at you and goes, "My stars, what's happened to poor Grandma Apples?
We don't like to acknowledge it.
I am so sorry for this, my dear. Free ale on the house for Grandma.
You gotta be kidding
Miss
me.
Donnie!"
Yay!
He calls to his sister. And
Oh
so
my
she will come out
God.
with... where the hell did I put her? There she is. She will come out and... Oh, she will once again... She'll bring out new rounds of ale for everyone.
Wow.
oh, my dear Donnie, have you met my friend Audrin? He's quite the strapping young man.
Oh, he's gonna kind of like toss his hair a little bit and says, "Oh, he boasts."
And Malimenos is going to kind of lean in to everyone and go, "Friends, can I be honest with you for a moment? You appear to be a able-bodied group."
Okay. He's
Oh.
gonna lean in. He's gonna nod and lean in.
And he's going to beckon you closer.
Mm-hmm.
Closer.
All of us?
Okay.
All of
Okay.
it-
So
all
at
of
this
it.
point, he's like his chest is like on the table. He's
Yeah,
like,
you have to be like halfway on the table. And he's going to lean in just as far. And up to you guys and go, I don't mean to frighten anyone. However, you seem like you can handle yourselves, but the rest of the town, well, you see these people. You've been in a town before. You know how it is. Something strange
yeah.
has been happening here in this town, and I believe it might threaten our ability to have the Night of Harvest Gala, if I'm being honest with you. And I'm saying this quietly because our dear town mayor, and he gestures over to the older elven gentleman that has been sitting next to you. He's been dealing with the worst of it.
That's the mayor.
That's the mayor.
so Audrey leaves the gold coin close to Malimenos and he says, "What kind of events are we talking about, lad? If you could give us details, that could really help us right now."
There's been screams in the night. People have been making the claims that there's a ghastly woman wandering the streets of Notham at night, and any that tried to approach, well, they haven't to come back.
Oh my! What time does this ghastly woman come out?
Give or take a middle of the night, around midnight maybe.
Oh.
I'm going to turn to the mayor. He's the one that we moved over, or
Yeah, he's
the
the
other
one
guy?
that you moved over. He's the one that's kind of lost in thought to himself.
Okay, I'm gonna. After hearing that that's the mayor, Number's eyes are gonna widen, and approach the mayor and beckon his comrades to join him in that endeavor. And I'm going to approach the mayor and say to him, "We have a letter for you, sir."
And he kind of perks up again and looks around to the few of you who he, has moved over before, and he goes, you have a letter for me. I'm sorry,
Why,
who are
yes.
you?
Oh, I'm Granny Apples. This is my grandson. And over there, that young strapping man is Audrin.
Out of character, who has the letters actually?
Alvara.
Oh god!
We'd have to come in.
And you guys are
okay.
already gone at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Numbers.
they've been time bubbled for a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to your time
Yeah.
bubble in a minute.
Uh,
This is just kind of a lot.
Yeah, Numbers is gonna pad his pockets, like trying to find these letters, and they're nowhere to be seen. And he says, "We will deliver it to you soon. However, it is good to meet you."
And he kind of brushes himself off and he looks to you and gives you guys the best smile that he possibly can, as he still appears as if there's something going on his mind. And he goes, well, I imagine you are travelers then. Welcome here to Nothome. And he's a tall elven man. He has long, you could tell was once golden hair, has now faded to a bright silver. This is an older sun elf male. And he looks to you all and goes, now, whose accord are you delivering these on, or are they of your own?
Here from the Abbey, actually.
The Abbey.
Yes, the Abbey.
I'm sorry, what Abbey?
Oh, you know, the
That's
Abbey.
Cliff Harbor Abbey. Cliff
You
Harbor
know,
Abbey.
the Abbey. Audrin, are you doing anything while this is happening?
No, he's trying to keep a conversation going with Manos.
Also,
Okay.
Harbor
Fumi is
Abbey.
going to send a message over to Valana.
Oh, you can
Saying-
cast
Okay.
message?
I can.
Remember, it has to be 25 words or less.
How does it have to be line of sight, or can she
You're just
follow
gonna run
along?
up to the mayor and perform magic?
Well,
And
no.
is someone gonna tackle you?
Well,
You don't know.
interestingly enough, yes, I am. I'm going to whisper like a little old lady would to herself, and just tell Valana, "Hi, we found the mayor. Please come forthwith."
Oh my god.
So while this is happening, we are going to then time bubble as to what has been happening with Alvara, Mina, and Valana.
Good transition.
So, gold team, what do you do?
I think Alvara, being the one towards the front and kind of not rejecting her companion's desire to follow her, but kind of meeting it with indifference, is just going to keep walking forward, looking for either the church or the city hall as she ventures towards the center of town.
Okay, and the rest of you?
Valana
Mina's
will
gonna-
follow in suit.
Mina?
Mina's gonna follow, but Mina's kind of fluttering about because this is their first time in a larger settlement. So she's very curious as to what is going on
Okay,
in her
Okay.
surroundings. May I roll perception?
you may. Anyone can.
I'll roll it as a 1.
Anyone?
Not numbers.
See, my confusion.
Not bad.
That's pretty good. What you need help with?
My confusion. I'm
Pretty
gonna
good.
roll 2 dice and ignore them because I accidentally rolled 2 dice.
Do you need help rolling with the perception from your character sheet?
Yeah, I'm not sure how to do that because I don't have like a button for that.
So you open it up,
Mhm.
and you see the skill perception. If you just click on the word perception, it'll pop the dice up for you.
Oh, okay. All right. That is
There it
a
is.
21.
Anyone?
21?
Okay, so you're all walking through the middle of town, and as you're making your way through, nice smoky smell on the air coming from the tavern that your compatriots have thus entered. You're walking through, you see some townspeople, not much, as it seems people are beginning to settle into their dwellings for the evening. Ahead of you, you see 2 tall wooden doors, indicative of that typically found on that of some type of chapel or temple.
Alvara's
Okay.
just gonna beeline it. And
Okay.
then push
Yeah.
them open with a vigor.
And do the rest of you follow?
Oops, yes I do. I went too far. I'm coming.
Curious as to what's going on, and Mina will follow shortly behind.
All right, so we step inside the church, and what do we see?
Okay, so as you step inside this church, you see a long building ahead of you with lots of pews, and ahead of you, a altar setting with 2 large torch candles, as there is a lone man standing there, looks to be doing some cleaning and prep at the altar.
Do we know which deity this church belongs to?
At a first glance, no.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna just I guess walk towards this gentleman and
Yeah.
go. Excuse me, are you the town priest?
And this man, it's an older human male you can see from behind. He kind of jumps as though his attention has been gotten, and he turns to greet you all. And he kind of reaches his arms out and goes, "You could call me that of sorts. I maintain this here church and temple, and I look after the town.
Is he
How
wearing,
can I help
like,
you?"
Is he wearing attire that's indicative of the clergy?
He is. He's not wearing
Okay.
this fucking noble
He's
fancy
not like
ass
some
shit.
random. Okay. Um, I have a letter for the head priest of this chapel from Court Harbor Abbey.
I'm sorry, Court Harbor Abbey?
The very
I'm
same-
afraid I've not heard of sub.
Oh, pardon me, Cliff Harbor Abbey. You impudent Welch. She says that last part under her breath.
Oh, Cliff Harbor Abbey, right. That is the tabby that's off about a half a day's travel. The one no one has heard from in quite some time. You said you came from there?
Yes. And what do you mean no one's heard from in quite some time?
Well, as far as anyone else was concerned, that abbey has been long unused.
How long?
At least a century.
Alvara's gonna kind of look at her companions as he says that, like, what the fuck? Kind of look. Like, did he
Yeah.
just say what I thought he said?
Alana's
We
gonna
just came from there. There were not a lot of people, but there were some.
Well, I imagine people are taking up refuge in wherever they can in these times of need and great strife, unfortunately. But you said you have a letter.
Yeah, I'm gonna hand him the letter.
And if anyone would like, you are free to make a religion check to see if you recognize anything around this church.
Yes, please.
Yes, I was gonna ask that.
You may.
It's gonna be a 12 for Alvara.
That is a 5.
Oh, Mina.
Oh, that's an 11.
Okay. Mina and Alvara, you don't quite recognize much here. Mina, it would make sense for you being from the Feywild. Perhaps you're not as familiar with the deities that are typically worshipped amongst human and otherwise settlements and societies. Alvara, some things look potentially familiar. You see an emblem of a golden sun. You see a water crest wave. And you see a silver pair of eyes surrounded by 7 stars. However, you're not quite sure what they mean, and same for you, Valana. You've seen these symbols before, but not being one much for religion, you're not quite sure which deities these are for.
Okay. May I? Is
Hmm.
it possible to roll a history check? Would have nothing to do with this, right? Like I couldn't remember potentially having read about.
You know what? Actually, if you would prefer to make a history check, you are free to.
Yeah, I would.
That's a good point right there.
I'm gonna roll it outside of the building because I couldn't see rolling it inside the building. Okay, boom.
You, being an archaeologist, may have found artifacts from previous investigations.
It's a 9.
It's about the same.
Okay. Damn it.
So what is the party doing? Are you handing this letter over to him?
I'm gonna hand the letter to him. I want to see if he gonna open it on the spot, or what does he do with it?
So he takes it and he kind of looks it over, and he... Out of curiosity, Alvaro, you're the only one that's held these letters. Did you inspect them at all before handing them over? Like, did you attempt to read them at all, or are you just handing them over?
I did not.
Okay. That being said, you hand the first letter over to, this priest here, and he takes it, he kind of looks it over in his hand, and then tucks it away in his sleeve. And then he reaches a hand out to shake your hand, and looks to you all and says, "It is a pleasure to welcome you here to Nothome. My name is Joffrey Campbell."
Elvara Silmia. And she will reluctantly and very briefly shake his hand.
And the rest of you?
My name is
Valana
Mina.
Valana will just smile and nod, and say, "The name's Valana," but she's not gonna attempt to shake
No
his hand
handshake?
if he has it. No.
Mina, do you shake his hand?
I offer a very small handout for him to shake.
He kind of looks to you, kind of surprised, and he takes your hand and shakes your small hand and goes, "Oh my, a fairy! Come all the way from the Feywild just to celebrate the Night of Harvest Gala, have you?"
quite. It's been a long journey. Been a lot of twists and turns in a very short period of time. I'm still a little disoriented, to be honest.
Understandably so. And he kind of then once again gives your party a look over and goes, "Actually, I don't seem to recognize much any of you. You seem to all be from vastly different locations. You don't look to be local citizens."
Right. Well, what we are people very interested in the Harvest Gala. Particularly Mina. You remember when Mina and I grew up together, and we remember hearing stories about the Harvest Gala as young children. Isn't that right, Mina? We've desperately wanted to come here ever since we were young.
Mina is going to look at you very confused, slightly horrified as well. You get the distinct impression that Mina is not only very bad at deceiving people, but doesn't like it to begin with.
Okay, well, feel free to roll a deception if you want.
With disadvantage because of Mina's seeming confusion.
I mean,
I'm okay with it if the DM wants it.
Mina didn't say anything, so just go ahead and roll deception.
Okay. 17?
Okay, and Joffrey kind of looks amongst you both and says, "Well, Feywild and afar, welcome here to our town of Nothome, and if there's anything I, as the head priest of this town, can do to help you feel more welcomed at home and settled in, please do not hesitate to come to this here temple."
You can read that letter in front of us. That's not in character.
He is not going
I thought you were
to.
gonna I did want to ask. Oh, I'm sorry, Mina. Go ahead.
I was actually curious. You said you haven't heard from the Abbey in a while. Do you know what happened there?
Well, that old abbey has been used off and on for many a century. I've never been there myself personally, but I believe there are records in the past of it being used for the same deities we have here, such as Pelor, Anastasia, and Saloon.
It did sound like they were using it to take shelter in that. We never really got too many of their stories or where they were from.
These are tragically trying times, as you all must know by now. You are aware of the happenings, are you not?
Somewhat.
We are,
Well,
to an extent, but I have a question, and maybe you have an answer.
I might. And what is your question?
You said that the Abbey hadn't been used in many, many years. Do you recall why it was abandoned? Did something happen?
To my knowledge, I'm not quite sure why the old abbey was abandoned. However, it was vacated quite rapidly. And then
Why
no
is
one used
that?
it for quite some time. But
Why
that was
wasn't-
much before I was born, or I'm sure before any of you were even around this area.
Right. Any reason as to why it was vacated rapidly, as you say?
That I could not tell you, unfortunately, but you might be able to find some records. Maybe... Oh, you might need a larger city to travel that in. Maybe Balradin, for example, might have extensive records of the lands of Decria in it.
Let me ask you something as well, Joffrey. Are you aware of the Cliff Harbor Abbey's intent to participate in the Harvest Festival?
Well, any are welcome to come and participate. We welcome travelers from afar.
So it doesn't strike you as the least bit peculiar that this Cliff Harbor Abbey has been abandoned for a century and suddenly there are people there who wish to engage in your town's culture?
It doesn't, given that these are times where many people from the north are trying to evacuate their homes, given the unending rise of undead that seem to be coming from the north. It doesn't surprise me that people have then vacated and moved farther south. And if they need refuge, or anything that's slightly comforting in these times, I am more than happy to accept them.
Something I'm a little confused about. Didn't they say they were invited when they handed you the letters? And I'm gonna look to Alvara.
They simply mentioned preparations of sorts, sort of thing where They were trying to ensure these letters reach the priest and the mayor as well. But I don't recall anything about an invitation. It was more so necessary for them to be able to attend.
Okay.
And as this happens, Valana, you hear a
Mhm.
voice in the back of your mind that sounds like an old woman saying, "Will you, Humi? Can you do it again?"
Hello, we found the mayor. Please come henceforth.
And that is where we are going to take our break.
Okay.
Ooh.
We are going to take a quick 5-10 minute pee break, snack break, smoke break, whatever it is you gotta do, and we will be right back. I think this is the time when I should also probably prep Maya's medicine. She's got to take her little birdie meds.
Woot woot,
Sounds
parachute.
So
Hell
take
yeah.
take a
Alright.
quick break. I'll be right back to then talk to chat and see how everything's going. But until then, I will be right back.
Sounds good.
Okie dokie.
Alrighty.
I will also be right back.
So, do we have any listeners in the chat tonight? Any brave soul who wishes to talk?
I'm back. I heard what you said. It's been a pretty quiet night, honestly.
It has indeed. Oh, hi, QWERTY. How are you enjoying the stream? So, Alvaro, what are you drinking this fine eve?
I have a raspberry radler. It's like from a local brewery.
Ah, very nice, very nice. I myself am having a Red's Angry Orchard.
Okay, yeah. You like apples, Granny Apple?
Haha, some say, yes.
Tied in, right? Debating if I want to order food tonight or make something here. I don't know.
I did have a very good, like, 12-pack of buffalo wings before. So
that's
good.
That sounds good.
Hell yeah. Korean barbecue.
Yeah. I grab another beer. I'll be right back.
Alrighty then.
Well, for the tavern music is still playing inside the church. There's a bunch of drunkards in the church.
So, what do you think of this, the head priest?
He's a lying bastard.
All right, I am back.
I'm kidding. He seems
Welcome back,
interesting.
everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
There's something not sitting quite well with Alvara, I think, given this interaction. I have one more thing I'm gonna do before we head to the tavern with this guy, but it should be really brief.
How's everyone doing? I didn't get a chance to talk to the chat yet. What's going on? Hey, everyone. Welcome, welcome.
It is currently a scorcher by me.
It's Scorcher?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
My room is, the room that I'm in right now basically isn't, like, ventilated or anything. So it's just basically like a nice little box. It's like a sauna.
Yikes.
Damn.
Yeah. It is getting soupy.
Oh, that does not sound fun.
It is not.
Here, I'll do what I did for you guys in the Abbey, and I'll copy and paste some of the C's for you guys that you've met so far.
Also, yeah, I appreciate that. Also, are we in this chapel? There's tavern music kind of going on.
No, that's just from the tavern.
I know. I was so kind of gonzo. I'm like all these church worshippers are drunk off their ass right now.
They might be. They might be in the tavern.
It's like that Simpsons movie episode where when they put the dome over the arena, all the people from the church go to the bar, all the people from the bar go to the church.
I think once everyone is back and at it, we should be able to resume.
Hell yeah.
What's everyone think so far?
I like it.
Cool to be
It
involved in
Very
town.
interesting.
Lovely.
We're still getting our feet wet, so I'm sure there'll be more like town RP once we finish our objectives. Alvara's very much somebody who, when given a task, will like try to see it done swiftly.
Yeah,
Understandable.
Valana didn't want you to go alone for a few reasons. I guess she sort of felt bad was one of them. And the other reason is she doesn't obviously entirely trust anyone yet, so she wanted to see if there was anything you were getting up to besides that.
I'm gonna kill this priest before we leave. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know if he knows anything. I was gonna roll like insight, but I really don't feel like he does.
He's just a kind of. He doesn't know a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
His
I'm gonna.
face is very glossy.
He's a glossy, foppish man who got
What
this appointment because
foundation does he use? I need to know.
he only got this church appointment because his father is the mayor. Plot twist.
Oh,
This is dynastic.
Your father was a scion.
that's usually how it works in
My
politics.
father was the mayor.
My father will hear about this.
My father was
I
a
have
red.
friends in the capital. I have friends in the capital.
I have friends in high places.
This is Janus Slit from Game of
Yeah,
Thrones.
that's kind of who
I have friends in the capital who will hear about this. You're like, whatever, dude.
Okay.
Are we all here?
We all back?
Numbers?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we're good.
I see we have a hydrate sippy from Banana
Ah.
Brando. And I hope you
Wait.
know, Mina, that by that I mean I'm gonna take a sip of this rum and coke I have right here.
That is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
There are nutrients in it somewhere.
Are there?
Woo!
Probably. I'm not an expert.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh! Who's taking shots?
Oh my god!
Oh.
It's gonna have to be Audrin and Mina for me.
Oh, Jesus.
So
All
we have Valana, Audrin, Mina, and Numbers.
Holy moly!
Oh Lord, I will chug this wine then, I guess.
I got a tall boy I can chug.
Let's
Chug
start
it.
chugging, baby. I've got a beer right ahead of me. I'm about to start chugging. Let's
Bottoms
go.
up, chug
Alright,
it.
I'm
I'll just-
gonna chug just like this. Ready?
I'm just taking a shot.
The second half is either going to be fantastic or miserable, depending on how this alcohol hits.
It could be both.
Ugh.
Fantastically miserable.
Oh my god.
I'm actually taking a double shot right now.
Oh
I just
my
fucking-
god.
I am not giving Numbers a shot. That was a mistake.
That ASMR though, my
That was
gosh.
too deep of a wine gulp. Oh.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna have a decent buzz going all night. Let's keep the ball rolling.
Wait, did you drink your
Alright.
entire bevy?
Just did.
You just
So you
made
have-
it.
you
I
have another
saw. I
one.
watched you just make it.
And now it's gone.
Slurp.
Woo!
Slurp, slurp, indeed. This is our new points reward. You can make somebody take a shot or finish their drink.
Maybe we should make that
1,000.
2,000. I could see people really abusing this.
Holy
No, we
moly.
should-
We're
We
going
should
to have
actually-
one really good session. I'm sure.
May I make a recommendation that we actually make that a 200-point thing?
No!
God.
And I
Alright.
will say before we get started, just a quick reminder for anyone, feel free to join our Discord. We have a community Discord where we do all kinds of discussions there and polls and fun and mayhem. And if you have a Twitch subscription, you are eligible for all the giveaway and rewards that we do over on there. So please feel free to head on over to the Discord if you're not already. Link below. Alright, that being said, Valana, you just got a strange message from an old woman in the back of your mind.
Valana does remember that when Humi was entering the town, she did transform into an elderly woman who did sound a bit like that, so she can only assume that it was Humi trying to relay a message to her. So aloud, she quickly states, "Well, I think we best get going. We have much more of the town to see. What do you two think? Should we head along now?"
Sure. And Alvara's gonna actually take out a gold piece at this point in time and walk to the priest and hold it out and just say, "Consider this a little donation to the church." And she's gonna hold it in her hand and give it towards him.
He reaches his hand out and says, "That is a mighty gratuitous offer. Why, thank you."
As he touches it, she's gonna keep holding onto it and stare him in the eyes and go,
Gratuitous.
"And if there's anything in that letter of interest, do let us know, and there'll be more where this came from." and then she'll
No.
let it go.
Whoa.
He gives you a
Wow.
nod and says, "If there is anything that should raise concern for both you or for the town, you all not look able-bodied. I'll be sure to at least let someone know."
I have a question for you, sir.
Yes, my dear
Speaking-
fairy.
Does this church help out those that have been displaced by the recent events up north?
We do the best we can with the town resources we have. I am more than welcome to consult with the community members and the mayor himself and try to figure out a plan we have for these displaced members.
I hope this helps, and Mina is gonna give him a small sack of something. And if it
Of something?
rustles around, you notice that it's the clink of coins in there.
Whoa, what is she giving him?
15 gold coins.
Okay.
Wow, high roller.
He takes the pouch and he holds it in his palm and he peeks into it and goes, "My dear, are you sure about this? You'll need this yourself to survive."
I usually do pretty well for myself out in the wilds. I don't have too much of a need for money.
This is such a kind offer. Why thank you, my dear fairy. And your name? It was
My name's
Mina.
Mina.
I will remember this, dear Mina. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm just happy to help.
Avara's gonna like stare daggers at Mina on the way out, kind of like thinking, I'm like trying to buy this guy in Greece's
Oh,
palms, and you're just
no.
giving out charity over here, like thinking that
Yeah.
to herself as she looks at Mina. But
He's like, we're never
Oh
gonna get
my
any
God.
information now.
yeah.
Hold
Mina,
on.
you just gave 15
Heads
gold
out.
away. Take it out of your inventory. And while you guys
I already did.
Okay, while you guys make your way over to the tavern where the rest of the party is, we have a shot redeem.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Quentin, who's taking the shot?
Oh, you have to say, you have to
Oh,
pick
please
who
be
in the party.
merciful.
Call it out.
Take a shot.
And while that's happening, I'll just say that you guys head on over to the
Oh, for the
tavern.
love of God.
Audrey!
Hold on one sec. I'll be right back.
Oh wait,
Wait.
maybe they're deciding.
All right, hold on a sec.
I
Can
thought
I
it was
tell the
Audrey 'cause
party
of the
to
emote.
the message?
Winnie.
Oh! Daddy
Ooh.
drink me.
Yeah.
Whoa! Okay.
Wow.
I will down my rum and coke. You guys make your way over to the tavern, or let me know anything else that you wish to do during this time. I gotta down my beverage. 1 second. There is more than a
Okay.
shot in this beverage, so I feel like that counts.
I think Alvara's gonna make her way out and go. Any idea where the mayor is?
Valana is going to speak up and say, I requested we leave so quickly because I believe I received a message from Humi. The mayor, I assume, is in the tavern in which we left the rest of the group, so I think we should head there first.
Right. Alvara will head that direction, assuming she's gonna be behind you guys who are also heading that way.
Okay.
Yes. So Valana is going to go back over here.
Thankfully,
You
it's
don't
not that far of a walk for you guys.
Are you okay?
You didn't take the path. That's so
I
I
am
can
okay. That was
block
just a lot of carbonation. Okay.
Shut up.
I can go up and over things.
You can because your character is flying.
That is
Yes.
correct.
So, as you guys enter, we will resume. Feel free to move your characters back into the tavern, and we will resume where we left off with Numbers, Humi, and Audrin.
You opened a door.
Like this.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
So, group, gold team, as you enter the tavern, you see the other half of your party consulting with an older elven gentleman, as there are 2 tieflings tending the bar. My goodness. My apologies.
How many
Let
people,
it out!
can I roll a perception check to see if the town is looking at us when we come in? Because I know we're quite different from our other compatriots who are
You
already here.
are. Feel free. Anyone can roll perception. And
Oh, fuck.
as
Hold
for
on,
the
I should
other
roll-
team, you notice your compatriots walking into the tavern doors as you are consulting with the mayor.
May I also use my passive perception to see anyone as a friend?
A 9 plus 3, 12.
I got it.
Hold on.
God.
Hold on. Everyone's turning into a robot.
Oh.
Oh my God. Okay, that's you, Elvara.
this guy.
God Fucking damn it! All right, I have a beer in front of me that I'm gonna chug.
Own it.
Yeah, I'll finish it. This was a full.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Hey, can y'all hear me?
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Okay,
Being on GM.
yeah, sorry. I think we're flickering a little bit because of the storms that are rolling through.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Lost connection to
If
the
you
board,
want,
attempting reboot.
I could do a song and dance.
I just
I-
reconnected to the board. That was sorry about the hiccup. We just had a little internet hiccup for a second.
That's so tight.
Okay, so
Massive swing of that.
numbers with your passive perception.
Quit.
Mhm.
You notice your compatriots walking in through the bar doors. And there are still eyes coming from that one corner to you all. The townsfolk do kind of raise a couple heads as you guys walk in. This is quite the different appearance of group that is walking in, as there is in Eladrin, there is a fairy. The half-elf doesn't really raise much suspicion, but there are two very distinct Feywild creatures that have just walked in the door.
Mhm.
If Alvara's gonna say to anyone close to her, maybe like this little group to the left as she walks in, what? You've never seen a Fae before?
Oops. Ignore that. That accent.
And then keep walking.
I do have a question. Is this guy actually without a shirt, or is he wearing?
No,
a shirt?
he's not actually without a shirt.
Okay.
Just I was just a variety of minis here for this tavern scene.
Fucked up is.
Jeez. Oh god, I can't understand what you guys are saying. My connection's really bad right now.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
Also, a hydrate sippy was redeemed because we've been drinking.
And so was a shot redeem.
Oh,
Huzzah!
I drank a lot of that. I drank that.
Yeah, that was for
All that beer,
Alvara.
basically. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did I only just now get that alert?
Did you? You're way behind, man. That was like
Oh,
30.
no.
Uh-oh.
Actually, that was like 2 minutes ago.
Oh no.
No one's downloading anything, right?
No,
not me.
Oh, shit.
I'm downloading the entirety of the internet onto my phone.
Oh,
Excellent.
wonderful.
I'm just downloading a few textbooks. Don't worry, they'll be done in an hour or so.
Okay,
I'm
so
downloading more RAM onto my dad's computer.
we need more dedicated wham. So as you guys walk in, you notice a couple odd glances coming your way, though that might not be quite unexpected for you guys, as you then rejoin your group. And the older
I don't
elven
know if you've
gentleman
heard-
that your group is talking to then kind of turns his attention to you all.
I don't know if you heard Alvara basically say what you've never seen a Fae before to the group of patrons who are sitting right here.
No, you were
I don't know
a
if they
complete
react well to
robot
that.
when you said that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh
She
dear.
was like, what? You've never seen a Fae before? And then kept walking, but I don't know if they would react to that at all.
They just kind of return back to their business and continue on with their evening. Audrin, what are you doing during this time? You're the only one that's turned away.
So he's sitting at the table, and he kind of is like leans onto the table, and he beckons. He tries to kind of catch the attention of Miss Dunny.
Ms. Donnie or Malimenos?
Miss Dunny, the lady.
Okay, so are you still like halfway on the fucking bar, like leaning over?
He's leaning over it, but he's like, you know, he's standing and leaning over the bar, but he's not like on the table. Like
Okay.
he's about to perform
And
a
she
jig on the table.
She kind of trots over and her little hooves go clap, 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 clap on the wood. And she stands next to her brother and goes, "Yes, my dear, how can I help you?"
Well, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I mean, he kind of lowers his voice a little bit and he says, listen, I don't mean to alarm you there, but I'm looking for information of a more specific kind, if you're savvy.
Well, what kind of information can I help you with, my dear?
Well, have you heard any news from the coast? Or, got any Emerin, travelers coming in?
There might be some performers and such coming from Emerus, but which coast? There's quite a few of them, and she kind of gives you a glazed over look.
Oh god, they're both simple. Okay, and he just kind of like furrows his brow a little bit and he says, east? The closest one.
Oh, the closest one!
Oh my god.
I haven't heard anything from the coast.
All right. Last question. I won't.
It's like the worst bartenders to get rumors from.
I won't take up too much of your time. You've already been very generous. But tell me about some of the people I have to look out for in this town. Tell me about the wrong sort, if you would.
Well, I haven't seen much trouble being caused in town to myself, except for that ghost that's been walking around at night.
Really? No brigands? No outlaws? No unsavory folk?
My dear, this is a little town in the middle of a farming land. I haven't seen quite much of brigands.
All right then. So be it. And then he kind of like takes out 2 more gold coins and hands them to both Malamenos and Miss Danny, and he kind of gives her a little wink.
Paperfail, thank you for the cheer. Thank you for the 100 bits.
Oh,
thank you.
Wow.
Rock.
In honor of that, Alvaro will take a shot.
No, Alvaro will not.
Alvaro will take a shot.
Alvaro's shit.
Someone redeem 1,000 points for Alvaro to take a shot.
All right, so that's 2 gold coins. He's being kind of a high roller right now, considering.
She
that,
kind of takes it, she kind of puts a finger on it, and then slides it closer across the table to her.
Damn, 10 points away. God damn it.
Ooh. And she kind of looks at you and gives you like a sly wink and goes, anything for the handsome sailor.
Oh boy, so he's looking a little flustered. He kind of just he's looking a little shy. He says,
So for her, since I haven't drawn her out yet, just take that illustration I made of Malimenos and take that, but make it a female version with big tibbies.
Dibs.
Whoa.
Tips.
Paperfield, thank you for the 1-bit cheer. Thank you.
101.
What was I saying? Okay, and if you look behind your shoulder, you see the rest of your compatriots have then met up all together. The rest of you, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go to the. I'm gonna say to Grant. I don't know if she's called Granny Apples, so I'm just gonna say, where is the mayor?
Oh, the mayor? Why, he's right here. This young, handsome fellow.
Amara rolls her eyes and reaches into her knapsack or satchel or wherever the hell she keeps shit, and is gonna give it to the mayor as like a little. I have a message for you from Cliff Harbor Abbey about the Harvest Festival.
Right. I believe these are your friends have mentioned Cliff Harbor Abbey, and you said you've traveled from there on behalf.
Yeah. Right. We have, and here's something for you from them. I'm not really sure.
Okay. He takes the letter, and he kind of stuffs it into his pocket and says, "I'm sure I will get to this in due time. But thank you so much for all your travels, and welcome to Northholm here, everyone. I hope you enjoy the stay, and I hope you'll at least stay with us in time for the Harvest Festival. If we still have it," he says under his breath.
Well, why wouldn't you have it?
Well, it's no concern to outsiders. Everything is running perfectly as planned.
I want to run insight on that.
Sure, anyone can roll.
For obvious reasons.
I also would like to.
Anyone is welcome to roll insight, and as you do, Quentin, thank you for the 100 cheer, or 100 bits cheer. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Quentin.
Excellent.
And for that, Alvaro will take 2 shots.
Yeah.
Amaro will do no such thing.
Oh my, guys.
My accent,
I'm sorry,
my
Alvaro
accent
doesn't
gets,
appreciate
my
your
accent
generosity.
gets better the more fucking drunk I get.
Oh, wait, why'd you roll twice?
I did that by accident.
Alana.
It was a
I got an-
15.
I got an 18 for insight.
Amaro had a 6.
Okay. I see everyone else kind of rolled in the single digits.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
On our finest day.
Let's get those
Keep
out
in
of the way
mind,
now.
people do have inspiration for this session only, if you do wish to use it.
Oh, yes, I will actually use my inspiration. Thank you, DM.
I thought I'd just
To
remind
roll
you guys, I'd
insight
hate it to go to
second
waste.
time. I love inspiration.
Quentin says, please.
Fuck, I hate inspiration.
Oh, no.
It only lets
I'm
me
just
fail
taking my
twice.
inspiration for
You
when
know
I talk
what?
to that tiefling.
For the people, I shall roll inspiration.
Okay, who me inspiration?
Damn it!
Oh my god,
I'm
guys!
sorry. I am not the talented one. I am not.
So-
Alvaro, please. Alvaro, what? You want Alvaro to take a shot?
Yeah.
I will. I'll go take a shot, but I have to walk out of the fucking stream to do that. It's okay. I rolled a fucking 6 anyway. I'm sure I don't.
There
Paper
we
fail
go.
redeem, take
Take
a
a
shot.
Yeah, go get it, buddy.
Who's taking the shot? And as
Yeah,
we wait for
how does
that,
that
I will
work out?
explain to you guys. So this seems just like normal town fare for most of you. Like maybe there's just something going on behind the scenes that just needs some
That's
extra
some pizza.
organizing.
That's
Alvara.
some
I'll be right back. I'll go pour myself an actual
Go get
shot
it.
and out of here.
So this just kind of seems like normal town affair. Maybe he's just stressed out with something that has to do with the maintenance of the town, the township itself. You're not quite sure, but Valana, something about this seems like he's not quite telling the truth here. There's something really on this guy's mind. You can see it on his face. He's not quite telling you guys the truth.
Okay. Can Balana do something?
New rule: take a shot equals inspiration.
I believe Valana should
Everyone
make a
would have-
move.
Yeah, Valana, what would you like to do?
Valana wants to look over to the right, see alcohol, and see the tiefling man, and make a beeline to him.
Go for it.
Okay.
She's like shoving people aside. She's like
She
panting.
pushes Audrin out of the bar.
She's gonna
Anyway,
sit
I was
right
just
next
looking
to
for
Aldrin.
information on it. Ow!
Runs up. Hey.
She's gonna look to Audrin and say, nice to see you again, hope you've been well. And she's gonna turn to the tiefling and say, now what's a girl gotta do to get a drink around here? And she's
And
gonna pull a gold coin out of her pocket.
What did I walk
Maluminos
back
is gonna
into?
open his hands and like wide and go, "Welcome to the Cold Horn Inn. Welcome, my friend. And your name is
The name's Valana.
Valana. What can I get you to drink on this fine evening, Valana?"
I'll have whatever my comrade to the left of me is having. And
Well,
she
he
motions
had the house ale, but you look like a woman that could do for a nice wine or perhaps a brandy, in fact.
AKA buy her more expensive shit.
Yeah. She will smile and she will say, wine sounds perfectly fine.
Excellent.
Is it okay if I interject here?
Yeah.
Audrin's gonna put another coin down and say, hope you don't mind, Mr. Malamanos. I'm gonna be covering her drinks tonight. You see, she's a little light. She spent all of her coin donating to an orphanage on her way in. She's got a heart of gold, this one.
You roll deception for that.
He's just gonna he's gonna give her
Wingman?
he's gonna give
drink
her a
my
little
shot,
bit of
by
a
the
little
way,
bit
I
of an
want-
elbow and a side eye.
Alvara got the shot.
Drinking my shot on stream, by the way, as an interlude between that roll.
Do I get
There you go.
advantage on this because I have good rapport?
No, you don't.
And he's simple.
You don't know these people, and how dare you call him simple? He may be
You called him
dumb.
simple. You said his eyes glazed over. That is.
He may be dumb, but that's not his fault. Now you roll normal.
Dumb is more
but he's
offensive
not a
than-
dweeb. He's just a sucker with no
Oh.
self-esteem.
23. I'm lying like a fucking pro tonight.
So for a 23 on deception, he goes, "My word, you donated to an orphanage. That is quite a noble cause here, Miss Valana. Right away, we will get you your beverage." And he goes, and Miss Donnie kind of perks up and goes, "Oh, I've got the wine of right away, dear brother." And she comes over and pours you a glass of white wine.
Oh. Valana raises it with a smile, takes a sip, and looks back to this goddamn tiefling and says, surely a handsome man such as yourself must have a partner, no?
Me and myself, I only focus on the raising of the tavern here, and helping my dear sister, of course. We must look out for each other.
Okay. So there's no one in the picture?
What do you mean? His eyes are glazed over.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, alright, how am I gonna word this?
Directly.
Directly. Simply? No, but I can't say what I want to ask right now.
Sure you can.
I'll ask, are you one to enjoy the company of a woman?
Oh.
I enjoy the company of all of my tavern patrons.
Oh my god. Alright.
All right, now
He's
I'm
so
gonna try.
lovable.
Hey, paper fail. Thank you so much.
Paper
Yeah,
fail, thank you for the
yeah.
200 bits for this.
Tonight's objective: we're getting Volana this man.
Give me this DM. All right.
Hey, this isn't
She
up to me,
leans-
man. You knew he was stupid.
He is
I know.
too stupid to fuck.
She leans across the table and sort of attempts to whisper in a sultry tone, hoping he'll get the hint. I doubt he will. I meant in private. Perhaps you and I could retire to a room
Oh
and
my
see where the night
goodness.
takes us.
Oh my
That's all I'm gonna try, 'cause
goodness.
if
Do me
he
a
doesn't
favor and roll persuasion.
Okay.
Can
roll
I
it out
assist? Can I give her advantage by saying you can certainly do worse, like she's a beautiful ass.
Alright, you
Okay,
have
let's
Audrin's help, which means you get to roll with advantage.
Help the fuck.
I got a
Wingman of the year.
14.
Roll
Okay, so
again.
roll one more time. You have advantage, so you'll take the higher number.
Okay. Damn it!
So
Okay,
with
14. You're not spitting
14.
game, but it's
Not
it's-
that big
So
game.
with a
It's not
14, he goes, I think you might be catching your drift here. Mayhaps we can enjoy a glass of wine together and discuss this matter a little more.
Oh, okay. Volana smiles, finally feeling like she's getting through to this guy. She raises her glass and says, I'd be more than happy to do so, and gives him a small wink and a smile.
all right. Audrin's gonna raise his tankard and say, "Don't wait up on my account," and he's gonna get on out of there.
Luana, if you notice the bottle of wine that Ms. Downey sat next to you for you to enjoy, it is called Balverden Sauvignon Blanc, and if you taste it, it is a locally produced white wine with a bouquet that is oaky and powerful.
Oh, sounds good. Okay.
Now the rest of you, I like how you were the only one who rolled good on the insight check, and yet you fucking beelined it for the fuck instead.
I got an 18.
Look, everyone's
Oh,
the
you got an
jack of
18. Sorry.
Mina got an
Yeah.
Ever since like my
Yeah.
connection got wonky, I don't see the rolls on the side anymore, so I don't have the history. So you guys are gonna have to remind me for the rest of this. So
I
Mina,
figured Mina would make it.
Mina, you can also tell that this guy is not telling the entire truth. There is something deep in his mind that is making his brow furrow, and his smile has a little twinge at the end of it that lets you indicate that there is something on this man's mind that is bothering him. He's not being honest to you guys.
Okay. Mr. Mayor, it's okay. You can tell us if there's something wrong. I would be happy to help if I can do so.
He kind of clears his throat and goes, "My apologies, but this is no such matter that I should be discussing or even then asking of travelers that have come here for such a fine occasion, and even then in front of a dear local grandmother here that has come with her grandson for his birthday, as a matter of fact."
Mina is gonna look between the two of them very confused.
Amara also just stares at them and then just like rolls her eyes again, like, why are we doing this?
Oh, now where are your manners? Please. We're here to help.
We were able to help the people of Cliff Harbor Abbey. They had something quite serious going on. Perhaps we could do the same here. Can I roll persuasion for that?
You can. Anyone can help Mina if they wish.
Please.
I will help. Actually, do you want me to roll persuasion?
I was the one who said it, so.
Okay, fair enough. I aid you in your quest.
Oh,
Very-
Mina.
Very necessary aid.
Well, what do you say to help?
Ooh,
Hmm.
I'm very bad at persuading people.
Now, please. I know we may not seem like much, but we can hold our own, and actually, I have a knack for talking to spirits.
Is that
Who
so,
is
Miss
going
Granny
to-
Apples?
Why, indeed. You were well, I was hearing tale about some fortune tellers, and well, back in the day, well, I was actually quite the fortune teller. I even still have my deck. Humi is going to take out their Taraka deck and
Okay.
show the mayor.
The mayor kind of rubs his forehead with his hand, and he like rubs his eyes a little, and he goes, Listen, you lot seem like a good sort, and you seem as though you can hold your own quite well. I don't have much information for you except there's been a rumor going around town, that of a sighting of a ghastly woman that is roaming the streets at night with wails and shrieks. She poses a threat to our town, unfortunately. Our town guard that has attempted to approach this rumor, I don't know if I believe it myself, but supposedly there have been consequences.
I feel like you're not telling us the entire truth, and I think it would be very much in your best interest to tell us the entire truth.
You
right
rolled
now.
poorly on insight. You don't know
No.
that.
Well, I'm saying. Well, I'm
to be fair,
saying that now from
he's
him,
he's revealing more
yeah.
information.
Yes.
Fair, but you don't know he's necessarily lying.
Now, tell me.
I mean, I think it's
Who
fair to
might
say
this
someone's
spirit-
holding out, right?
That would be
You don't
based on
know.
an insight check.
Rolled it poorly.
Yeah, from. Never mind. Right, I don't say that.
Do you know who this spirit might be? Perhaps a name, or even... I don't know. Maybe where they came from.
I need you to roll persuasion for that.
Alright, Apples is gonna roll.
Can I provide aid to him?
Sure. And everyone else, what are you guys doing during this time?
Well, nothing apparently.
That's not and pertain to me, right? Because I'm separated.
Okay, and
No, you're
I have
having
to
a
roll one
conversation.
more time.
Yeah.
Okay, so my roll is a 23.
Okay, so with this, he kind of clears his throat and his eyes then dart to the ground. He kind of looks down as he addresses us and goes, I'm afraid I don't have a name for you. I am unfamiliar with this spirit, but surely there must be some way to remove them, or...
Well, if you have a home, I could always do a little, seance of sorts. We could talk to the spirit and perhaps gain favor.
Listen, all I'll say is, keep your guard up and please be safe. We must prepare the town as the Night of Harvest Gala is taking place 2 nights from now. There's not much time to deal with this, so please, don't do anything rash, and if you need help, I'm sure the town can offer its resources to you. But with that being said, I believe I've lingered here a little too long tonight. I will be making my leave, but thank you for your time, and welcome once again to Northholm. And he kind of extends his hand out and gives a gesture to you all and says, My name is Rowan Twinwood. If you need to find me, I am in the mayor's lodgings down at the end of the road. Good night, everyone. And he bows his head and he takes his leave.
My, what a gentleman!
So, party, what are you doing?
What time is it right now in game?
Now I would say it's about 7 or 8 p.m.
Okay.
Well, Numbers is tired from a long journey to Northholm, so he's going to, I guess, turn around when Valana is trying to seduce. And after that business is over, walk over and say, what are the lodging arrangements here in the Curlthorn Inn?
Well, we have many rooms here to offer for our patrons. We have lots of traveling guests coming through. However, a lot of them have been setting up in their own tents, so we do have plenty of rooms available.
Might we get a group discount? I'm here with kids, after all.
Roll persuasion one more time.
Oh my
Grandma,
Deception.
you're fucking...
Wait, deception? Okay, deception. it
Either
is.
deception or persuasion, but you're
You
fucking
sit on the
pushing it
throne
tonight.
of lies.
Okay,
Get us
hold
a
on.
group discount.
Ignore this roll. I can't undo it. It was for
Phew!
persuasion. All right, hold on. Deception.
You're in my world now, Grandma.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, oh boy, you are not lying sufficiently.
I'm gonna offer help to give him advantage by saying,
Hold on, you have to say you're
Yeah,
doing
it's
that.
too late. Wait a minute, now that he failed.
"Hope."
12.
Oh
We don't know if it
my.
failed.
Okay. So he looks to you all and he gestures his arms out and he says, "You know what? I like you guys. You guys have been nothing but kind and fun since you got to here. And such an extraordinary group at that, I might add. So I'll tell you this. How many rooms are you looking to get for each of you? There's 6, is that right?
Valana is gonna speak up and say, "Well, I'd like a room with you, if that's all right."
Oh my god, very
Oh
bold.
my!
Well, I guess you can't really use subtlety.
How
there.
does his sister react to
His sister
to this
is already-
Yeah, I forgot she's right
His
next to
his
him.
his sister is already off attending the rest of the tables that are in the tavern. Oops, that's Miss Dawn. Hold on.
He just walks
She's done
away.
her task.
Oh my god! Alright,
No,
which
she
one of us
wasn't
is taking
there.
the
She
shot
had been traveling around.
Alvara, it's Alvara time. Oh god. They're voting Alvara to take a shot. You heard them.
Oh my
God,
god!
again?
Yeah.
Go get her!
The people know what they
Let me go refill
want.
it. Let me go refill it.
People
too
are
much.
really just choosing Alvara all the time for these.
He protests too much.
I would like to say the resident bard is quite thirsty. Those shots have been redeemed for me.
Oh, well, can we get a shot in the
Oh.
chat for Humi?
Naturally, the only people are going to vote for are the people that.
Oh, thank you for the
Hydrate.
hydrate
Actually,
sippy. I appreciate it. Thank you, Paper Fail.
You can take that hydrate sippy as an alcohol sippy.
It is the liquid.
It's
Maybe
not
you just
hydrating you, but it'll work.
maybe you mistook tequila for water or something.
Yeah, maybe.
It's
Or
happened many
vodka.
times before.
Tequila.
Thank you for that hydration because I will be drinking water after this. Alright, I have another shot in front of me. Cheers.
Down
Cheers.
the hatch.
So Mali Minos gestures to you all and says, "How many rooms would you like for the night?"
Can we get
Oh.
Are you kidding me? Oh god, no!
Oh!
Wait, who is it for, Mr. Zacher?
Who's the
Zacher?
shot for?
I'm concerned.
Dun dun.
How
dun.
how
Zach,
many
don't put that hard liquor
Dun,
very
dun.
far away.
how many rooms can I get for you all tonight?
Not a
Malimeno
hard
says.
Can we?
Can Valana say the same thing she said prior?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna have her just say that. I don't want to say it again. It's embarrassing.
He's just
Yeah,
gonna keep
sure.
saying it over and over again until he
Oh!
It's
Until it fucking registers in his brain.
DM's choice! DM's choice!
DM's
Winnie,
choice.
Who are you choosing for the drink?
Humi, you take that shot!
Oh!
Go! Woo!
Alvara Prage. No, Alvara's gonna be fucking wasted.
Alvara's not gonna fucking go to work tomorrow at this point.
That's right, yeah.
Humi,
so
you
fucking
get that
funny.
liquor.
Hell yeah.
So how many rooms are you guys trying to buy for the night?
Mina's gonna speak up and say, I really don't take up a lot of space. I'll just room with someone else if everyone's okay with that.
Alvara hearing this out of the corner, like of her earshot, is just gonna go, I would rather have my own room, thanks.
Like to share a room? I'll go with my fairy friend.
Oh.
Okay. So far we have 2 rooms, and I'm assuming we're gonna need at least 1 more for Audrin and Numbers.
Numbers, yes, please.
Yeah, okay. Audrin's gonna approach and kind of put 10 gold down and say, I suppose this will be sufficient. What do you think?
10 gold, holy shit.
God damn.
Where the
Now they're
fuck
just
did
fucking
Audrey get all this
bawling,
gold?
dude.
Fucking swindler.
Numbers, what
Never
have Numbers been doing during this time?
You ever hear the expression?
I've just been sitting around observing and, asking about accommodations.
Is he just like
and-
sitting on a stool, like kicking his feet around, just like looking around?
Yeah, pretty much.
He's sleepy. He's tired from the day.
It's been a
Aw,
long journey.
Sweet boy. Okay.
He's tired of hearing me flirting with this barman.
So Malimenos looks at the 10 gold. Oh, thank you for the community sub
Aw.
gift. Thank you.
Woo!
Oh yeah, thanks so
Yeah,
much.
man.
Thank you. Thank you, Quentin.
Appreciate you.
Malimenos looks at the 10 gold and says, "My word, my friend, that is quite too much gold. I was just going to say perhaps we can call it for 3 rooms, 30 silver?"
30 silver it is. That I mean, excuse me. That'll do.
All right, so take 30 silver out of either your personal loot or group loot. I'm not really sure how y'all have got that set up.
What do you guys want to do?
Well, who's getting
Just
rooms?
take it out of group loot.
Three of
Why not?
us.
All right.
So
Group
there's
loot
3
it is.
rooms.
There's 3 rooms.
Oh whoa!
Um,
I actually gonna get to room with him.
Well,
don't
we'll
know
see.
yet.
I'm sure there's
Oh,
going to be at least
no.
one
We
more
don't know.
roll check for that.
The
Worst
night
case,
is
you're
young.
gonna go crawling
Alana,
into
the night is
Alvara's
young.
room going, please.
Please.
Knocking on the door. I'm asleep.
Like, no, you're not.
Alvara actually, while they're kind of busy at the bar, Alvara kind of has been scanning the bar since the mayor left. Beyond her little kind of interruption there about her own room, is there anyone I can see who might have any sort of arcane knowledge or be a sort of wizard or warlock or anything like that that I can perceive from the bar itself?
That you do not see anyone of like, you don't immediately see anyone of like innate arcane knowledge or proficiency. However,
Yeah.
what's everyone's passive perception?
13. for me.
18.
13.
How is yours 18?
He took the feat.
Observant feat.
Observant. That's why.
My passive is because I have expertise in perception, so that's going to be how does passive perception work? It's 8 plus your
10 plus wisdom.
It's 10 plus
so
wisdom.
mine is 16.
Okay, and
then
Humi?
proficiency,
Mine
too.
is
13.
Wisdom and proficiency.
Yours is 12, Alvara? No, Alvara, I'm sorry, Villana.
Arvada's
yes.
13. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
So
Humi is
numbers... What's yours, Humi?
13.
13. So,
This is passive perception.
yes.
Yeah.
16 for Mina.
So Mina, Audrin, and Numbers, while you guys are purchasing room accommodations from this tiefling, you notice, at the same time as this is happening, and a couple minutes after the mayor himself has left, you see that same hooded figure that had been watching you guys just briefly leave a couple coins on the table and make a swift exit.
Never got answers on him. Oh wait, so I see this.
You see this with your
All right,
passive.
I'm going to roll stealth to be as subtle as possible. He's going to say, "I'll be back from my room in a moment. I gonna take a quick walk in the night air." And then he's going.
Mina is gonna follow him out.
Please,
Did I also see that guy leave with my perception?
Audrey's going to turn, seeing this, and say, "Please do not."
Mina is not going to follow Audrin out.
This is really reliant on a good stealth roll. I'm sorry. Okay.
But Numbers, what do you do?
Hearing Audrin say that to Mina, I'm also going to stay behind.
But Mina will do something. He left already, right? He's out of the.
Anyone
Out of
watching
the-
me try to fucking fail this in Tailspire, I hope this is amusing, because I have not quite figured out how this works yet.
Did the man leave the building yet?
Yeah.
Honestly, shift click is so much better to move because it does. You don't have to worry about like clipping through floors and shit.
Audrin, hold up. And Mina is going to quickly cast, what is it called?
Guidance?
Guidance.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's hope he doesn't see me. All right. I'm going to roll stealth to try and tail him from a distance, trying to not exactly look like I'm creeping, but trying to just like tail subtly, but also like there's plausible deniability there. Like I could just be having a nice walk.
Okay, and the rest of you are free to move about the cabin. You are free to go upstairs and claim your rooms if you would like. There are furnished bedrooms upstairs.
I think
Yeah,
Alvara's
which one
gonna-
is ours?
Gonna try to mingle more.
Oh, hold on. There's something here that shouldn't be there. One of these things is not like the other. There's 3 bedrooms upstairs.
Which one's mine?
Whichever one you want it to be.
I'm gonna take this one.
You can have it.
Guidance is D4.
Guidance is a D4.
D4, yes.
Okay.
Before I leave for the day, I'm going to tell everyone at the bar
Wait,
that it's been a long journey and that I'm retiring for the eve.
Wait, real
All
quick,
right.
out of character numbers. That might be better for me since I wanted the solo bedroom and you were willing to share with Audrin.
Sure.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. I don't mean to eclipse your thing, but
Okay, so Audrin, what do you have for stealth this was?
you rolled
27.
27.
Yeah.
And you
Is
are
that
trying
including-
to... That's including guidance.
Mm-hmm.
And you're attempting to follow this person.
26, sorry.
26.
Yes, I'm trying to follow them and kind of get a beat on where they're going and what they're about.
Okay. As you do, you see. So you're stealthing along this dirt path. You see that cloaked figure that quickly made their way. You see them turn some sharp corners before they disappear amongst the shadows. Are you following?
I am. 26, I'm feeling confident.
Okay. You don't think a 26 passes? I think it passes.
Oh, God. This has to be a high-ass
I don't
check.
think a 26 pass. Could you imagine? Are we stealthing a dragon?
Maybe, like, eventually.
Yeah.
As you are stealthing along, it is now turning... Hold on, what is the exclamation point I
Wait,
have?
hold
I
on.
don't know.
I'm trying to figure out which road to... So, was it straight? Was this road along here, or...?
No, it was straight from where you were, so like if you were gonna go this way, you know what I mean?
Okay. And then you just... Okay. So, past the carriage.
Sure, but I'm gonna say not that far. I'm gonna say you're like right here. Roll perception for me?
Yeah. I'm trying to glean, like, what I can tell from this guy. Does he seem shifty? Does he seem like he's trying to stay out of the public eye or something? Work with me. Yeah.
Oh, is that a
Flaccid.
flaccid 20?
Flaccid.
Placid 20.
Let me get some flaccid 20s in the chat.
Flaccid 20. Flash that emote.
There it
Flash your
is.
flaccid.
Flash your flaccid!
Oh.
I hate that.
Oh
Thank
my.
you.
Oh no. What
So-
have we done?
You see that same lithe cloaked figure kind of lingering behind the backside of a building. It is a larger, more mansion-like structure. Not mansion,
Okay.
I would say like more like a manor.
Mhm.
They're just lingering as if they don't quite notice you, but they're looking around trying to see if they can't hear anything or maybe find their way around.
Hmm. Okay. So I'm going to kind of like Audrin, with his nice little stealth check, is kind of gonna duck behind some of these crates and just kind of keep a close eye. He's trying to get a story here. He's trying to understand why this person who's clearly trying to drop and learn about us, what he's about, what's going on.
Okay, and as you observe this cloaked figure, they approach the window and they are attempting to peek inside and listen.
Okay.
What do you do?
I can move a little closer, keeping like these crates. He's just gonna wait from the hat. It's not gonna confront him.
I'm so sorry, you were like
get
turning into a
information.
robot for me.
Sorry. He's not trying for me.
Audrin, hold up, I can't hear you. Oh no, I'm sorry, the connection is like getting all kinds of wonky again. It must be because of all those rolling storms that have been passing through. For people that don't know, this house that I'm streaming out of is just, it's old. This house is old as shit, and the hookups to it are kind of bad. So that's 100% on my end, I'm willing to bet.
All right, so he's what I said was that he's not going to confront the guy. He's only going to try and wait and see what's going on. He's trying to get information.
Well, as you wait and see, all he's trying to do is it seems like he's trying to snoop on this house that's in front of you.
Well, then I'm going to continue scoping, and let's just leave me there until he does something.
Okay. Well, as he continues to snoop around, it looks like he's kind of having a hard time, actually. He can't quite get his angle right. He's, like, slipping and sliding a little bit. He doesn't really notice what's going on. And eventually he kind of looks down and then begins to make his way off into the night. He's starting to leave.
All right. Last thing I'm going to do is get... Audrin's going to follow him long enough to get an idea of where his lodgings are, and then he's going to go back to the inn.
Okay. So I'm gonna say he's walking pretty fast. I need you to roll one more stealth check for me to see if you can keep up with him without being detected.
No more guidance. Oh.
Holy
Fuck,
shit, a
yeah!
nat 20?
Hey!
That shit's
Whoa.
firm.
That is
Nat
rock
20.
hard. Oh my god.
Oh, almost
my
a
God.
30.
9.
Come on, baby.
That's
First a
not-
soft, a flaccid 20, now a full erect 20. Holy shit.
I am invisible. I stop existing in the universe.
Oh, I don't know if y'all saw this, but I asked earlier in our Discord, like, if a 20 is flaccid, then what is a 1? And someone said directile dysfunction.
Yeah, I saw that. Who was that? Soken?
That was Soken.
That's
Yeah.
really good.
I was like, oh.
So you are keeping up with their quiet pace flawlessly, and they don't notice a thing as you are following them. And this person seems a bit less skilled when it comes to that of the sneaking. But they are making their way hastily through the night, and as you see, you're following them along, and you watch them go along that long dirt path over to some more rural part of town before they eventually go in and disappear for the night.
Into this building to the left.
Into the building that I have placed them in front of.
I lost him a little bit, I'm afraid.
Okay, well, how about I drag your character over to it? You're not actually here, but if it helps you see it. This one?
Oh, that kind of like boxy square one?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
They are making their way downtown. So,
Walking fast, faces passing them homebound.
and that is where they disappear.
Okay, I'm going to make a mental note of that. And then I'm going to go back to the inn.
Okay. You make your way back to the inn. Does everyone settle into their lodgings for the night?
Well, while Aldrin was doing that, I was actually going to come over to this table and try to interact with these patrons here and see if they had any interesting... I think Alvara understands the importance of having allies in places like this and how far that can go, given a little bit of better background. So she's going to try to just chat these patrons up and see if they're, like, willing to engage in conversation, and if so, like, if they have anything interesting to tell or, like, any stories like that. I'm sure she'll probably share a few stories of her own.
Okay. And I'll say for this
a little bit-
interaction, can you roll me a charisma check?
Sure.
And Audrey, you are free to enter back in. And everyone else, are you also settling in for the night, or... Valana, I think I know what your plan is.
I'm
That's-
continuing to have a drink with my good tiefling friend.
That's going to be an 18 on the die, plus her 4 to charisma. If you want to count that, so that'll be a 22.
You can actually roll it with your modifier.
I clicked on that, and it didn't do that.
You
It
have to
just
click
rolled
on
a D20.
modifier. Like, under the
Oh, is that
modifier
why?
section, not the score section.
Alright, I'll do that going forward, but for now...
Yeah, no, it's just a heads up. So
yeah.
what was the total?
22. 22 is the total.
You are having a great conversation with this table of townsfolk. They are sharing some stories with you about the local happenings of Nothal, maybe about some local, like, small-time town rumors, such as what the local neighbors have been up to, this, that, and the other. However, you do all of them share the same story of there has been a terrifying, ghostly woman walking the streets of Notholm at night that is posing an unsafe threat to everybody. You've heard
Do they
stories of
not-
a couple of town's guardsmen that have gone missing from trying to confront this woman.
Do they have any speculation, like just conjecture, even if it's just like table talk, about what it might be? Like what type of figure it might be?
Some are
might
saying
be?
it's a ghost, just like a random ghost. Some are saying it's more of the undead that have come and been risen up that are back for vengeance. Some are saying that it is a sorrowful elf woman that can't seem to find her way. There's a bunch of different takes on the matter happening, but they all can seem to agree is that she is not of this life.
Okay. I think I'm going to, after that, probably retire for the evening. And I'm going to buy a round for my new friends here.
Okay.
How much would that cost me?
Take 5 silver out of your inventory.
Out of my coffers.
Out of your coffers. The rest of you?
Seeing Audrin come in, Mina is going to ask what that was about and if he found anything out, anything interesting.
So Audrin's gonna sit down back at the tavern bar. He's just kind of gonna look to the little fairy, shake his head, and say, "Found out where the lad sleeps, but not much else."
I'm sorry. Would you like me to buy you a drink?
I've had 2. I'm good for the night. Any more, and I'll be up.
Mina,
Do you know if this place serves food?
They do. Smells right agreeable too. I can get you some if you like.
It's fine, I'll get it.
All right.
What is it, Humi?
you get a message in your head.
Oh, a message.
Yes. Humi is requesting your presence in your room.
My room.
That is all.
Okay. Well, that was unexpected. Mina is going to make her way upstairs to the rooms.
Okay.
I think following Alvara's interaction, she would also probably head up around the same time as Mina and then head into this solo room.
And that being said, are you guys ready to enter into the more nighttime phase of this here session?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'll say as you all settle in for the evening, the tavern slowly but surely begins to clear out for the night as everyone goes to settle back into their own lodgings. As you all make your way upstairs, and as you do, the night air settles and takes a shift. There's a coldness that can be felt around this time as the autumn air blows through. I'm changing it from Bardic Jam. Hold on. Bardic
This is
Jam
not
no
Bardic Jam.
no longer
Bardic
fits the
Jam
day.
can only go so far.
Bardic Jam can only carry us so far. And now, what's a good thing here? It doesn't really tell me what these are gonna sound like, so I have to kind of guess.
It's just like crickets in the night right now.
Good enough, it's nighttime.
Yeah, it's pretty decent.
As you are settling into the night and making your way in, there is a chill on the air. For some of you, the hair begins to stand up on the back of your necks. There's a static, almost tangible energy in the nighttime air, and a feeling of anticipation as the moon begins to shine. And this is where we're going to leave off our session.
All right.
Already?
Whoa.
Already.
Alrighty.
Alrighty then.
Damn it!
That was
I
This
know.
is
interesting.
so
A lot of
close.
Valana wanted to hook up with that bartender so bad.
We'll get to
It'll
that.
happen.
I just didn't want to drag it out.
Yeah.
Alright,
I was
guys.
gonna try and make it as quick as possible.
Don't worry, we'll get to it.
Are we
I
getting
had
to
a
the-
secret interaction with Mina.
The night's not over yet. The night has only just begun, as a matter of fact.
But now it's spooky, and I'm excited to see the ghost, maybe.
So,
Yeah.
round table. So we're just gonna go down the line
Alright.
for who's gonna get player inspiration. So let's start.
Round table.
Let's start with Audrin.
All right. I'm going to give this one to. Boy, this is tricky. You know what? No, it's not. I'm gonna give it to Valana for putting on the moves.
Oh, yeah.
Close runner-up to Alvara for being a champ in the face of what? 3 shots.
Huh.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was.
yeah.
The out of
There's a lot
character
very shortly.
inspiration.
Yeah, that was
Maybe
great.
I'm not expecting to get character inspiration, but maybe the community will reward me for
All
taking
right, Alvara, you're next.
one. I'm gonna give it to. I'm torn between Humi and Audrin, but I'm gonna give it to Humi for this time, just because I think Granny Apples is hysterical and could definitely become like a recurring joke that we reference like sessions from now. So Granny Apples.
All right,
Oh.
Valana.
It's also between Humi and Audrin because I love Granny Apples, but Audrin helped me out a lot, with lying and saying that I donated to a goddamn orphanage. But I also
baby.
appreciate that Audrin was able to, or took one for the team and snuck out to see where this suspicious man was going and did phenomenally well. So I'm going to give it to Audrin.
It's
Thank you.
true.
I
He
think
had
that's
both a
gonna-
flaccid and a erect 20.
That was
Mhm.
pretty
And he helped
amazing.
me out, so that was
'Cause
very
they were
nice of
ba-
him.
Those were back to back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Humi.
I'm going to give it to Valana. Honestly, like, you went for it. That is not something that's easy to do. Good job.
Thank you. She's normally very, collected, but not when she sees a cute man. Then it's out the window.
Mina.
Mina is also going to give it to Valana, not only because
I'll be right
it
back.
was very bold, but also because I feel like it will help make the situation more interesting in the next session.
Oh.
Alrighty.
Uh-oh, Tailspire.
And
Tailspire's
numbers.
being weird.
I'm gonna give it to Audrin for rolling a 29 because that's.
Yeah, that's insane.
Hey.
Oh god, I'm turning into a robot again.
I
Uh-oh.
crashed. I'll load back in a
I
minute.
want to give it to the internet so that hopefully next time it doesn't.
That needs to roll inspiration.
Yeah, seriously. Okay. Well, it sounds like then player inspiration is going to go to Valana. Is that the audio is crashing so hard on my end.
Who did numbers give it to?
Audrin.
I'm back with a
Audrin.
Audrin got 2, Valana got 3, and then
One for Humi.
1 for Humi from me. Yeah, so that was it. Yeah.
Okay. And honestly, what I'm gonna do, since I think everyone also once again had a really good session, like you guys are just doing so fucking cool and like amazing. I'm gonna give in a rare instance a DM inspiration. I'm gonna give a DM inspiration to Audrin.
Ooh.
Just cheering.
I'm giving it to
Well,
Audrin because, like we said before, he rolled 2 back-to-back 20s, which is quite the fucking feat, and one of which ended up being a 29.
Mm-hmm.
Did an incredible stealthing job, and honestly, the Tavern RP was great. So there's going to be a DM inspiration for Audrin and a player inspiration for Valana, and then a community inspiration will be hosted over on our Discord.
Yeah.
Alright, so thank you so much, everyone. This has been a fun time. Thank you all for the shot redeems. Might have
We
to
hope for
consider
more next
raising the
time.
points of those, but we will
No,
see.
lower them.
No.
Yeah,
Lower
we need to raise the points list.
Oh.
No, keep
Although
it the
this
way
was a
it
lot of
is.
fun.
I do have a suggestion, but I will talk to you about it later.
We can talk
Okay.
off stream.
Alright, guys, we're gonna call it here, but thank you so much for joining us this week, and I can't wait to get back to everyone next week.
Yeah.
Alright, see you guys soon.
Thanks so much.
Way to go.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Have a good one, everyone.